Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5 minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video we are taking a look at the standalone classic Ant-Man from Marvel Legends, the astonishing Ant-Man. Now I must admit I'm getting this quite late because over here in the UK it was supposed to ship out at the beginning of the summer and it didn't. It's only just started shipping out to people. So here he is out of the box. You've probably seen a few reviews on him already, but this is my 5 minute take. My 5 minute thoughts. He comes with two alternate hands. He comes with a closed fist and an open palm, and of course on the figure you've got the other closed fist and the other open palm, so you can have him with open hands or you can have him with closed fists. But all in all, he's a pretty decent figure straight out of the box. He's not pinless. There's pins on his arms and his legs, but this head sculpt is fantastic. It's a really modern version of this particular costume. He has got the butterfly joints in his shoulders, which is a nice little touch. Now, we've had this figure not too long ago. We had classic Ant-Man in the retro vintage style boxes. I think it was in the very first wave of those retro packaging. And he's very similar. So I wasn't overly sure whether I was going to add him to my collection, but because it is the anniversary of the Avengers, they are doing a whole wave of the Earth's Mightiest. No, Beyond Earth's Mightiest is the line from Hasbro, but this one isn't tagged up with that same branding. So even though he is one of the original Avengers and this classic Ant-Man re-release has happened in the same year as the anniversary of Avengers, he's not actually branded up the same. He is a store exclusive. Now over here in the UK we don't have him as a store exclusive, he's just available at your regular retailers. Now I wasn't sure about picking him up because I do have that original one, but when you stand them side by side, wow, there is a huge difference. Now that first one looks so dated, like unbelievably dated. Everything from the really slim skinny build to the helmet to the face sculpt, and he sat quite confidently on my classic Avengers kind of shelf. Now there are a few differences. On the back of the vintage one you've got a line down, a black line down the back of him. On the new one you haven't. The original vintage one also has blue kind of shorts, whereas the new one just has kind of blue trunks. So there are slight differences, but all in all they are different versions of the same costume. The belt is very similar, it's much bulkier on this new one, and of course the head sculpt is fantastic on this new one. You can just see next to each other, they just look so different. So I'm really pleased that I did pick him up. Now if you are one of the collectors that have this retro carded one and you're skipping over this one, don't. This is a definite upgrade to your collection, and this new one is going to take pride and place in my classic comic book character set up, my classic Marvel shelf if you like. Everything down to just kind of more realistic feet. The feet on the vintage one are them kind of weird flat feet where there's obviously nothing there, so I'm just going to get rid of him because he's a much less superior figure. This is my classic Ant-Man and I'm so pleased I did, so do not sleep on this one. The posability is relatively decent. It is built on an old mould or an older mould, so you would have seen this body before. It's pretty standard. They've used him for quite a few figures. He's got an ab crunch, he's got a waist swivel, he's got double joints in his knees, double joints in his elbows, butterfly joints in his shoulders, and of course the head is on the forward and backwards neck piece. So all in all, not going to kind of win any awards for articulation because it is a reused body, but a much better, much more updated version of the figure. The head sculpt alone is just worth buying. It's really decent, and the helmet just looks more in keeping with the comic books. I didn't actually realise how weird the original one's helmet looked. It kind of looks a little bit like a lollipop, to be honest with you. Really skinny body and a big round head, whereas this new version is just all round much better. So if you do have that original version, upgrading it with this one is a definite good move, 100%. And I'm really pleased that I did. But yeah, there we go. I am taking a look at the Beyond Earths Mightiest range from Hasbro Marvel Legends, so do check out my channel and like, share, subscribe and all of those things. And do check out some of my other videos. I try to look at as many Marvel Legends as I can in this 5 minute figure format. But yeah, classic Ant-Man, definitely worth picking up. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.